Hello guys, welcome to the movie recap review. Happy watching.
Shit.
Sorry.
Shit.
Mallory, a young woman anticipating her upcoming wedding, embarked on a journey toward Denver for her wedding rehearsal. Amidst her journey, she engaged in a video call with her caring sister, Ella. As they conversed, Ella voiced her concerns, admitting she hadn't purchased her flight tickets yet. Her reason struck a nerve. Ella wanted reassurance that Mallory was genuinely in love and content with her decision to marry. Mallory, attempting to mask her inner turmoil, feigned happiness in her response to Ella, using a tone that betrayed her true emotions. With a forced cheerfulness, she assured her sister that all was well before abruptly ending the call, feeling a mix of frustration and uncertainty. However, fate seemed to mirror her internal conflict when, shortly after the call, her car suddenly sputtered and halted, leaving her stranded on the roadside. Panic began to seep in as Mallory attempted to contact AAA for assistance, only to realize her phone had no signal, leaving her isolated in a moment of distress. As Mallory hurriedly attempted to change her clothes discreetly near the back of her stalled car, she suddenly caught sight of a passerby, Christian, who seemed to have noticed her predicament. Feeling a mix of embarrassment and relief at the prospect of help, she approached him, explaining her current situation in a somewhat flustered manner. Responding with a friendly demeanor, Christian offered his assistance without hesitation. With practiced ease, he managed to diagnose the issue and swiftly get her car running again. Grateful for his aid, Mallory hopped into her car, ready to resume her journey. However, as she began to drive away, a pang of guilt tugged at her conscience. Reflecting on Christian's kindness and feeling a sense of indebtedness, she abruptly halted the car, her moral compass urging her to repay his kindness. Swallowing her pride, she turned back and extended an offer, inviting him to join her for a ride as a gesture of gratitude for his timely help. As they journeyed, his behavior took a bizarre turn. He began discussing how fate had intricately woven their meeting, insisting it was destined. Then, unsettlingly, he remarked on her inability to handle him intimately. Alarmed, she demanded he leave, but he brandished a knife, coercing her to continue driving. Sensing a chance, she noticed his lack of a seatbelt. With calculated desperation, aimed the car towards a guardrail along a sharp curve, hoping to end the threat. The resulting collision was brutal. Regaining consciousness amidst the overturned vehicle, Mallory struggled to free herself, hindered by her trapped leg. Christian stirred, advising her to extricate herself, callously abandoning her in her plight before slowly departing. Putting on a hoodie for comfort and taking the last sip from her water bottle, Mallory prepares herself for the uncertain hours ahead, trying to gather whatever solace and readiness she can in the midst of her daunting circumstances. Christian returned the next morning, casually eating and drinking in front of her. He spoke cryptically about the whims of fate. Later that night, rats invaded the area surrounding her. In a desperate act, she killed one of the rats and consumed a small portion of its meat while resorting to drinking her own urine. Christian returned yet again, revealing that he holds captive of a family in a nearby cabin, and then unexpectedly offering Mallory a saw. Initially, she thought it was for cutting through restraints, but Christian clarified that it was for a more drastic purpose. He warned her that if she didn't amputate her own leg, she would not survive. In the midst of a raging rainstorm, as Christian bids his farewells to Mallory, she seizes a desperate opportunity, launching an attack and hurling his car keys beyond his reach. As fate intervenes, a police car arrives, offering Christian a ride just as Mallory's distress call is drowned out by the storm. Despite hearing what he believes to be Mallory's scream, the officer dismisses it as a figment of his imagination, driving away with Christian, unaware of the perilous situation left behind. As the rising waters infiltrate the car, Mallory frantically attempts to free herself by cutting her leg. However, before making much headway, the flood unexpectedly frees her. Seeking refuge, she heads toward the cabin where Christian claimed to be. Inside, a horrifying scene unfolds. Christian, having already taken the life of a police officer, stands amidst the deceased homeowners, holding their daughter Katie captive. Determined to rescue Katie, Mallory intervenes, only for Christian to emerge suddenly. Armed with a gun she found, Mallory warns Christian not to move. Yet, he launches an attack, prompting a struggle that leads to Katie's escape. Amidst the chaos, Mallory manages to overpower Christian, sending him plummeting from a second-floor balcony. His fall is met with a brutal encounter with a bear trap, leaving him incapacitated. Showing a chilling sense of justice, Mallory descends and hands Christian his own knife, offering him the same opportunity he afforded her. Despite his resistance, Christian succumbs to his injuries. Mallory limps her way down the road with Katie. As they depart, the cabin's door slams shut behind them, marking the end of the harrowing ordeal. And that's the end of the story. I hope you liked it. Comment down below what movies do you like us to recap next. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time.